BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top trade. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi.
Good morning, everybody. So we're going to think about meme coins. Yeah, I know. So you know that the top's going to be in soon if we're all talking about meme coins. The greed is taking over because we've never seen so much green in all our lives. So what we're looking at basically is the leader of the pack being Pepe, and then the two sort of like slow burners being Doge and SHIB. Actually, if we're looking at these in reverse, what we're looking at is Pepe best, SHIB in second place, and Doge sort of like, you know, hanging around in the shadows really. And then last night on the Patreon, which, you know, we look at all kinds of coins on the Patreon. We did look at like a handful of some of the more recent popular lower cap meme coins, which are all saying, look, if you go, we'll go. That's what they're saying. And when I look at Pepe, it is going. And I don't want anyone to FOMO, so don't FOMO. I'm not saying buy anything. Don't buy anything. Heed the warnings you see on exchanges. This is subject to volatility. Be prepared to lose everything you put in. Don't go FOMOing into anything. You should never FOMO. But when we look at this chart and admire it for what it is, this is like the best chart ever. So huge, big, massive move. I think that was a 10 or maybe even 12x. Pull back into the horizontal. Massive, big move back up. All the way up to a brand new all-time high. Nice consolidation, slow and steady. Obviously big in its move, but not dumperoo. Into a 200 exponential moving average, which is basically a golden cross. Retest. Bang, bang, and up. So what we've seen now, based on literally the best chart we've ever seen, I was joking about it. I was saying that, I mean, this is, you know, we've never seen anything so good. This is, I was just like, oh my God, it's the best thing anyone's ever seen, ever in the whole world. It is a good chart. It's epic. What we should be looking for now is, now that we've hit this area here, which is this toppy area, I'll put a horizontal in here for you. Boosh! You can see that clearly. A pullback would be nice, down to any one of these moving averages, whether it's the 50, the 10, the 21, or the 20. You don't want to be coming down any lower than, well, all the zeros, 1,000 really. That's where you want to be finding support from. That's obviously a big move. If we were to see that pullback, that would be a 21% move back. We've seen it all before, you know. I imagine if we were to see that, you'd have everyone flapping around again. It's over. It's the bear market. It's over. We're dead. Bear market, baby. No. It's just, it's a volatile asset class, all right? It's done thousands of percent just in this year. It's done, how many percent since its inception? It's volatile. 21% down. Come on, man. That's a baby step, you know. That's the width of a hair in crypto language. So, yeah, if we did see that pull back down to that level, that's where you'd be looking for a bounce back up and maybe another attempt and a run to not just move back up to this area, but break it. And if that is the case, then you'd be looking to see the brand new, the most recent local high and then beyond. To me, Pepe is the one meme coin which paves the way for everybody else. It used to be Doge, and now it's Pepe. So Pepe looking good, although at resistance, it is looking good. This is a bullish chart across all boards. So let's have a quick look at some other time frames on it. Weekly, consolidation's finished. Actually, what we saw over here was a bit of bullish divergence, which is unlike most of the other altcoins and Bitcoin itself. Didn't get bullish divergence on a money flow index on hardly anything. There's only a couple out there, I think. Don't quote me on this, but I think we saw one on EOS or something like that. So let's not go crazy. But normally, a single drive like this is all you really need to mark a low, and it looks like if this is a low, then we can go back in hindsight and say, well, there's your bullish divergence on the money flow index on the weekly. So look, we're above all moving averages. We're trending up. Everything's good. We're just at this resistance. You break this, new all-time highs. So let's have a look at some of the other ones then, shall we? Right, so SHIB, like I say, slower. It's just getting a fresh death cross on the simple moving averages today. It's narrowly avoided the exponential death cross last night. And if we could maintain this area, literally just where we are right now, as you can see, and maybe a little higher, if we could just push our way up to 2,000, Shiba Inus, then we'll be looking to see this move back up to the 2,800 area where we were rejected from quite brutally before, and still maintaining the breakout signature, which is what we got. Descending triangle, okay, breakout, retest of the first area of resistance, and then pull back all the way down to major low, and still not going back within the triangle. So it's technically still a breakout. It won't feel like that for many people. It doesn't really feel like that generally, but it is, okay? It is. So you can see on the weekly, we've got the 10 and the 21 here, major resistance. Pop through this, should make your way all the way back up to 2,400, and again, from there, incremental steps on the way up. And this has got a long way to go. Like this one, unlike Pepe, has not made a new all-time high. It had a very decent run, but no all-time highs on this one. Pepe is still the leader here, and Pepe is at the resistance. So I think all meme coins will follow Pepe. Now Doge, what are you up to? So Doge, like I say, lagging behind. So this is like SHIB, but just a tiny little worse. Fresh death cross like SHIB, but an exponential death cross unlike SHIB, and rejection on the 50 exponential. Whereas SHIB is actually above those. So resistance, 13.12 for the daily resistance. So look, it's just going to trail behind Pepe. So if you get rejected here, where would we expect to support? Down here, 11.5. So it's not far off, is it? It's only a cent away. So you know whether it can hold that is a different story. Take it to the weekly. What do we see? The Golden Cross retest. This is a beautiful beast, actually. So if you look at this, because the Doge chart is a lot older, we've actually managed to get the Golden Cross on a weekly and a retest of that. So this is like Pepe, but on a weekly. So higher term timeframes, Doge holders should be quite excited with what they see. And anybody that's looking to hold Doge for a long term, for a longer period of time, should actually be quite excited about this particular setup here, because this would suggest V-shaped recovery from this lost area. So, you know, it's about 80% move. And then some, which should take you up to around 28. Again, this hasn't made a new all-time high. This was a beast. You know, to see something like this, I don't know. You know, I'd like to see it. But right now, we just trade the setup you're given. And the weekly says V-shaped recovery. And maybe then some. So we'll be targeting around 28 cents. So without looking at all the other meme coins, yeah, that's what Patreon's for. Not just meme coins, but everything else. The takeaway that I had last night from doing the stream was that, I mean, lots of altcoins were proving to be moving into bullish trends on 4 hourlies. Most of them needing another day or a day and a half to confirm those. It would probably require a pullback into them to test the supports to make sure that those uptrends are valid. So we'll be looking for continuation generally, but not without a little pullback. And again, this is all the 4 hourly stuff really, because the dailies are still, you know, pretty nasty. But there is confirmation, I would say, for something like Pepe that it's ready to keep going. And so meme coins ought to be some of the front runners in this, because Pepe is such a strong chart on its daily. It stood out as the best chart we saw yesterday, but that doesn't mean we should go and buy it. It's just, in hindsight, if you are in it, you should be relatively pleased with the way that it's going. And then through association with Pepe, SHIB, Doge, and then all those other ones we looked at. Anyway, I urge you to join the Patreon. It's only £7.50 a month, 2 live streams a week. Come on, man. It's a good deal. But other than that, though, I'm just going to leave it with you there. We will look at as many altcoins as possible throughout the week, because this is the party that we're in right now. It's not an alt season, it's an alt rally. That's what it is. We're having an alt rally. Anyone who calls this an alt season is mistaken, because it's a Bitcoin-driven market still. The dominance chart, massively dominant. All these moves that are happening on altcoins right now were predicted by myself. And we knew it was going to happen to a large degree of success. Actually, you know, we said 30 to 50% move on altcoins. We've got that. We're pushing resistances now. In fact, we're above resistances for a lot of these coins now, so we're overextended. Doesn't mean we can't keep going. You know what it's like. When people are bullish, they keep pumping under the FOMO. When people are bearish, they continue to sell the lows. So you're always going to get overextended moves. But it is a good start, I have to say, and it would appear at this stage now that we might be looking at the low being in for Bitcoin and the market, which means all the dollar cost averaging we've been doing over the last 5 to 6 weeks, well, we're laughing all the way to the bank already. And it was a very quick and early turnaround. I'm expecting a pullback though, like I said this week, just to retest those fresh golden crosses on the 4 hourlies. And once they've been retested and they've proven to be structurally sound, then we're up and away. And hopefully, throughout the rest of this year, they will develop into daily golden crosses, daily uptrends, pump trend signals on the Itchy Cloud. But it's very early at the moment to say that any of that is going to happen. Just for example, let's have a look at something like VET, just to put it home. This is what we're getting on some of the more bullish coins. Golden cross, pump signal, push resistance. This is what I'd be expecting to see. Yeah. That's the trajectory of these moving averages. That would be a golden cross. This would also be a golden cross, and that's where you hopefully move up from. So that's what we'll be looking to see. Hopefully. Not all altcoins are like that. This is. Some need a few more days to form this. Not all of them are going to form these. But there's power in numbers. And if we all start to see moves like this, pullbacks like this, and again, if we were to just measure this out, this would be a 10, maybe a 13, possibly a 17 to 18% move. If it were to do it today, then that's your buy the dip opportunity. If this area fails, then yeah, then we come back down and it was nothing more than a dead cat bounce. But at the moment, 4 hourlies appear to be forming trends, and then those trends ought to get retested just to see if they're fine and worthy of continuation. I think they probably are, to be honest, but we'll see. That is all I'm going to say today. Hopefully you have a nice day. Let me know in the comments if there's any charts that you are particularly interested in that have a good setup. If they don't have a good setup, I probably won't make a video on it. Other than that, though, take it easy. Have a nice day.